Miami couple Carlos and Ana Maria Diaz have the kind of life you read about in magazines. A beautiful home on the water, boat trips to the Bahamas, and a deep love for each other. But earlier this year, the 59-year-old Carlos, who's always been the picture of health, was told he had prostate cancer.
It was a shock.
I believe that everything in life happens for a reason, and it's God's plan, and it was part of his plan, and we just needed to go along with it the best that we knew how.
What made it somewhat easier for the couple was that Carlos's older brother, Paco, had just had prostate cancer surgery in February and was recovering quite well. In fact, the 60-year-old Paco was back on his bike with his wife Margarita just 6 weeks after surgery. But when he was first diagnosed, the always healthy Paco was devastated.
It was like they hit me with a 2x4 in the head.
The first thing you think of is, oh my God, you know, is he going to die? Is there like a time limit here? Then radiate? I mean, what's the procedure? So I wondered about that, and also I worried about, you know, just our general relationship as husband and wife.
The side effects of prostate cancer surgery almost always include the inability to control one's bladder and impotence. Recovery times range from 1 month to sometimes more than a year. Paco says his recovery is going well. He has total control over his bladder now, but he's still waiting for sexual function to return.
I'm very at peace with what I am going through. You know, we've been married for 25 years. Yes, would I like to be sexually active? Yes, I would. But if I'm not sexually active for another 6 months or a year, you know, that's okay with me. That's fine.
Margarita says the experience, while difficult at times, has drawn her closer to her husband and to God.
I've always been a person of faith. However, you know, sometimes you're closer, like in all relationships. Sometimes you're closer with the Lord than at other times, and this was a time when I became very close.
Both Carlos and Paco decided to have a fairly new state-of-the-art surgery called laparoscopic radical prostatectomy, a minimally invasive procedure that dramatically cuts down on the amount of bleeding and pain that the man endures. Miami surgeon Dr. Arnon Krongrad, who helped pioneer the procedure, performed the surgeries. He says women need to understand how prostate cancer affects a man, not just physically, but psychologically.
It doesn't matter who the man is. He can be a high-powered attorney. He can be in charge of 10,000 people. The simple fact is prostate cancer scares the man. Why? First and foremost, it's a potential threat to his life. But prostate cancer, contrasted with many other cancer, can affect a man in a way that threatens what he perceives as his manhood.
Krongrad says women play a critical role in helping collect information about prostate cancer, looking at treatment options with their husbands, and studies show even keeping men alive.
We know that men with prostate cancer who are married live longer than men with prostate cancer who are not married. What we don't fully understand is what the woman brings to the table that perhaps can explain a phenomenon like that.
Krongrad says women play a crucial role not only in supporting the man emotionally, but also in urging their mates to get their prostate checked with a PSA test, especially if he's over 50.
Early detection is a key to effective management. Women often bring that information. For example, a wife might say, "Honey, it's time to get your PSA checked."
Carlos, who just had his surgery in April, says he's feeling great, but is still waiting for full recovery.
The most important thing is that God has given me a second chance in life, and I appreciate my wife more, and I appreciate my kids more.
And while the loss of physical intimacy has been an adjustment, Ana Maria says it's also been a blessing in disguise.
I feel that our relationship has gone to another level that we never experienced before because he's never been through anything like this before. And it's sweet. That's the best word I could think of. It's a whole different way of living our life. It puts perspective on other things other than just the physical, like that there's more to it than just that.
Wendy Griffith, CBN News, Miami.